Hello everyone and welcome back to Rogue Trader. In the previous episode we finally managed to find Caligos Winter Scale and we went after the Eldars together. However, when we find them, Winter Scale didn't want a peaceful solution and we decided to side with the Eldars, so we killed the other Rogue Trader. However, it turned out he was the influence of Khorne, so I think that was a better choice. At least the Eldars are still against the Chaos Gods. And now we also learned that the haemonculus we have met on Komorag is here on this planet, and we should try and find him. And I just want to check on the quest. Yes, the fastest way to reach the haemonculus is by taking the ship along a parallel around the southern hemisphere. The officers have already added an approximate coordinates to the holographic map of the planet. Okay, so we have to go back to the ship. That's nice because we have a lot of injuries. Can we go back quickly?
Is there money to be made?
Okay, where is the exit? Maybe... yes, this way.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, and we... Okay, now we don't have to move around. We don't have to find our way out of here. Fortunately. Of course, because the forest's now calm. The unsanctioned psyker in the settlement made it so. But before we go to hunt for the haemonculus, we should check our inventory and also check the colonies, because hopefully they will give us some medkits, grenades, and all sort of stuff. And we might build something new. And we also have to find the door for Idira, because she said it is in this system, but maybe not on this planet. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, that's always good to hear. Colony management. And we have to visit these colonies. Great. Can we build anything else? No. Yes. Oh, there are rank 4 things. Rank 5 things unlocked. Okay, now we have a lot of increases. Mechanized. Torture. Against immediately results cooldowns on all attacks and attack abilities. The user's next turn in the game plus one stack of stagger that lasts until the end. What is stagger? Any weapons per This is just a melee weapon. Oh, we did the Dark Stages project. Well, but these medkits are good to have. So, okay. Let's do this because... Okay, but this, the following must be complete. Okay, and but this is not blocking anything, right? Master of Flame feature. All allies deal damage with melt and plasma weapons. Oh, that is really, really good. So we have to mechanize servants. Increasing our profit factor, that's always good. Maybe we go for a little shopping. Holy profit. Approaches, and by using curve, that's it's possible to keep both the ciphers and gold. That's not bad. And as I see, addition with Imperial Navy. Protectorate. In the Protectorate, so it's somewhere else. But these projects, we can build all of these. I don't see anything that deny us. So if we build one project and the other one cannot be built. Call to arms. Layer in the void. Navy ships, Eviscerator, Captive Xenos. Acquiring captives from them is a finite for using for the specific way to replenish the workforce. I see. Pure blood. Let me grant the convicts the right to buy with their labor the freedom of their children born in captivity. How does children born in captivity? I think that's the that means the prisons are co-educated. Let's do the pure blood because we raise the profit factor significantly. Lord Captain, after the decompression of Lady Theodore's secret workshop of Kiava Gamma, an epidemic of mysterious leprosy has broken out. Augments mutate into distorted forms, killing their host and the machines. Even entire assembly halls break apart into fragments that devour each other, melding into grotesque and insane forms. The Omega-18 manufacturer, the epicenter of the epidemic, is cordoned off, but the disease will burst out of there sooner or later. What is known about this sickness? We have not faced anything like this before. The plague only affects mechanisms, forcing them to transform and lose all functionality. Nobody knows the nature of this disease and how it finds its way into Lady Theodora's secret workshop. It is possible that some secret research was being carried out there. Well, if it was a biological thing, I would opt to choose this. But it is possible if it's just some kind of molecules that if we blow that up, we just make it spread more easily. I wish to listen to suggestions of my advisors. Eradicating the infection is our highest priority, but to completely eradicate the manufacturing epicenter would mean inflicting serious damage to our resource supply. This unit, I can propose another method of purging. However, the sacraments of the Omnissiah that are available to me cannot be revealed to the laity. I ask that you place your trust in me. Shireen, do not be so hasty with this purge. The phenomenon may be of interest of the specialists. There are many who do not agree that all knowledge belongs solely to cogs. What appears to be a plague could hold amazing possibilities. If we could isolate the manufacturer and let these inquisitive minds inside, they would happily compensate us for the loss of production capacity. I have suppressed 18 different epidemics aboard the flagship, and our officers have experience in setting up quarantines. We will send them to Kiewa Gamma to lead the Tech Purgator squads. They will not return from the epicenter until the infection is eradicated and the preventive exclusion zone is taken down. Well, I'm trusting Pascal because he is really a great Magos, and since we are hail from Forge World, I would like to side with the Mechanicus. Do as you wish, Pascal, you have my permission. Your request is accepted. I shall withdraw to perform the sacrament. The tech spirits armed with a mysterious device they assemble under the instruction of Pascal have gone into bowels of the manufacturing. What happened there is unknown. Reports speak of a blue and green flash that illuminated the manufacturing and the epidemic subsided overnight. The distorted mechanism have been honorably melted down, and so were the bodies of the dead tech priests who carried the machine of the Magos Hanuman, as well as the burnt remains of the machine itself. Magos Pascal had refused to comment on his chosen method of purging, calling it a revelation of the Omnissiah that he himself could not comprehend before the device was given over. Many of the tech priests who had once maintained this manufacturing were left without a function and transferred to serve aboard the rogue trader ship. I hope they don't transfer the virus. Oh, we want that. So what shall we build? Flawless servitors. And we can build that. Because we already built that one. So we can throw this one. Focused armor design. Concentrate the thickest element on the plates in the ship prow. Compartment in the ship to break heavy enemy fire during a running splash. Thus, put all prow plate in the ram of the flagship force internal fires the number of fires. Unwelcome guest, Lord of the eye of the Omnissiah capture. Service commented. I like this one better. Okay, now let's check with the high factotum if we can buy something new. I wish to know. No. I will. What was that? shipping and transportation. Possibility mission. Outcast Wizard. Now the bearer kills the target with a single range attack of the first time in the combo. The bearer immediately gains an additional attack this round. It's good. Seeker's Breastplate. This is the chance of triggering a psychic phenomenon by 10%. If any psychic phenomenon applies the weapon, because the bearer gains additional 1 rating until the end of the combo. We still cannot buy that, and yeah. Let's check with the explorators. And the Imperial Navy. Yeah, there are void Necron trophies. So sooner or later, there will be Necrons. Archaeotech macro cannon. But it makes 4 shots. Pattern plasma batteries 3 shot. We already have that. Okay. And I like to check on some weaponry because we have found a new kind of sniper rifle. That one. Super. We keep the Guardian long rifle, it's still better. As soon as the expedition returns, Vijitsuri Otta has the Empire as well. Our chaplain was praying for the good health and speedy return of your lordship, Rakan von Valancius. There is a tense pause on Erbeck up Daef's hissing breath fills the air. Allow me to inquire about the fate of Lord Captain Winterscale. Perhaps you were lucky enough to meet. Unfortunately, in all this time, he has still not contacted his subject. Caligos Winterscale perished during the hunt. So this is how things turned out. The death of his lordship is a great tragedy for the entire dynasty. The vastness of my grief is mitigated only by the knowledge that the Lord Captain perished in a fierce battle. He would have it not other way. There are still some Xenos left on this world. You will allow them to leave it unhindered. Consider it payment for my time and efforts. The Boxmaster follows your words with a tense silence. We will make sure the Xenos leave Quetzalterra and the boundaries of the system alive, of course. What about ordeal then? That was ordeal. I think that's enough. Farewell then. The Emperor's War terminates the connection. And we can already build something new. Lightbringer. Oh, Imperial Navy. Holy man feature. It's 10% damage for 2 turns and 20 temporary wounds when a character uses their origin ability. Lightbringers. Yes. Haemonculus laboratory. You can hear annexity in Idira's voice even over the voice connection. Lord Captain, we found it. The door is so close I can particularly feel its metal handle in my hand. The voices are whispering over each other in both my ears. I can barely make out what they're saying. Please take me with you. They keep telling me I won't get another chance, and I believe them. It's now or never. Very well, we will go there at once. Thank you, Lord Captain. I owe you until the day I die. You can hold me to that. Valdor, I see you soon. Yep. This is all good. And I have to... Oh, this will be a nice place. Just from the loading screen I can tell that. So we have to check the equipment. Because Argenta needs her multi-melta. And Idira needs the Psyker armor. So, oh, it's a heavy armor. Damn. And her strength is low. Okay, but she can have the multi-melta at least. Everybody else is fine. A thick layer of ancient dust covers the walls, floor, and equipment.
I always get the job done.
That was foolish. Because we could increase the chances.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Cass, tell me, what do you see when you look at me?
Usually a colorful pandemonium, but now your colors have faded. Are you afraid of me, Idira? Or of what I might see in you?
I think it's related to the door. Medkit. That's always good to have. The furnace signs are clearly fitted for human comfort, but everything is covered in a thick layer of dust. So this is...
My warp site reveals something.
Oh, nice. A little bit of extra. Okay, it seems we found source of pain visible tangible sensation.
Keep your wits about you.
Showing up uninvited? How improper.
alpha grotesque, beta grotesque. And we have two things. It's a lot of
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I'm wondering if
I am not your
put him
Xenos pet.
and do this.
If I must.
Can we curse? No. Because we are
It is foolish.
no line of sight. Okay.
Emperor, give me
And
strength.
now
If only that
my
were
god is too
possible.
far. Okay. Oh, there's... I couldn't see that ladder.
I understand your intent. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. The scriptural call. The Omnissiah condemns you. Pass me over. Request approved.
That's nice.
Stop it!
Faith without deeds is worthless. Rejoice in battle! This is why I was chosen. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
High momentum.
Oh, that's nice. Even better.
Anything else?
Regeneration.
Will do.
And the free attack.
Let me educate you on the art of pain.
we see him? Yes, we can.
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally. Who, if not me? Consider this a taste of what's to come. A temporary setback.
Pastor, would you
In the
be
name
kind
of
enough
Celio, I shall prevail.
and kill this guy?
Ability analysis successful. The Undesired. Running binary, I venerate you, machine spirit. Combat is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable. The scriptural program, I venerate you, machine spirit.
Looking good.
Request ability analysis successful. Combat is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable. The Undesired knows all, comprehends all.
If it serves your cause,
Nice.
I
Shot.
am not your Xenos pet.
How about
I
another?
am a navigator, not a servitor.
If it serves your cause,
I think this will be it. Oh yeah.
if I must. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. Isn't this a job for the servants?
That's great. And she can move back. Let's make that guy. No. Then let's make that guy a priority target.
I'm afraid not.
No line of sight. Well,
Me? You insist, Lord Captain.
Time knows no pain. High momentum.
Fall, creatures!
what?
I deal death with my hands. I understand your intent.
Pascal, see that guy. He can. And he can shoot.
Running binary of significant value. I refuse to bow. Request approved. Cogitation failed. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
I'll do it. Why I was chosen. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. Faith without deeds for you, my Emperor! As the Emperor commands, I act.
Making a prayer.
It's as good as done. On it. I'll make it happen. You should have thought twice before crossing me. Didn't flinch.
You were
Damn.
blinded by your own misery.
If I may,
If it serves your cause, no weakness is hidden from my sight.
do not dare ask. That is foolishness.
Okay, that doesn't count. If we do the in my sights when she is commanded by Cassian.
I am not your Xenos pet. Fortune favors the swift.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. My vow is to serve. Request approved.
That miss is not that good.
Guided by faith! I'll do it. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is why I was eradicated. When the faithful are idle, heresy grows. That is not the Emperor's will.
Oh, it is.
I
the
have a
Emperor's
nose for
will.
profit and a taste.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
Okay. Now quickly heal him.
Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
I won't forget this.
Too hard for a simple monkey.
This different feeble and crazy creature is a pitiful and clearly unviable copy of the haemonculus Therontias.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, we missed two things. That, for example. Something in a cell. It's behind. I think
Is there money to be made?
we will reach that place sooner or later. Oh. Oh yeah, we don't have anybody with a good athletics.
This task should have been accomplished easily.
We're close. I almost feel the door handle in my hand. What? Yes, yes, I hear my speed whispers. Just guide us, please. I've seen the corridor before. I didn't catch. Idira stares intently at the solid wall in front of her, shifting from foot to foot and biting her nails. The wall looks like an ordinary plus steel and rock-rich surface, no different from any other in here. Lord Captain, this is it, the place from my vision. Even the scratches on the walls are the same, except for one thing. She points at the wall. That's where the door is supposed to be. The one I keep opening in my dreams every night. I've seen this moment so many times, it feels more real to me than I am. My visions couldn't have lied to me. Then you should trust your feelings. Go ahead and try to open it. Open a door that doesn't exist? Ah, the things you say sometimes, Lord Captain. Well, it wouldn't be the strangest thing we ever done. Oh, what the warp, what have I got to lose? Here goes. I don't think it will be nothing. It will be something. Idira steps closer to the wall and reaches out toward the non-existent door. As if in a trance, she clenches her fingers, as if gripping the invisible handle and slowly turns it. You hear a click. A violent ripple thrills through the space around the wall. A cacophony of whispers makes your skin crawl from head to toe like an unseen wave emanating from twisted, broken reality. Uneven rays of impossible, nauseating light break through the rockweed, forming the silhouette of a doorway. Eventually the vision passes and you clearly see a door where a blank wall used to be. Oh, that was some kind of illusion. Idira turns to you with a wide and somewhat deranged smile. Lord Captain, we found it. It is the door, exactly like the one in my visions, which means my salvation is close. Except, she frowns in concern, except it wasn't hidden by some force field contraption, it was a powerful wall barrier. I could never have removed something like that. It's like our arrival was expected and now they're inviting us. We best be ready. Someone who knows their witchcraft is waiting inside. You will go first then. As long as we are together, we will get through this, Idira. Trust me. Idira looks somewhat emboldened by your words. She smiles. Well, you are not wrong. We have been through worse, haven't we? Thanks, Lord Captain. I won't let you down. Let's level up quickly before... Tech use. And as the bounty hunter kills prey, the difficulty is 4 or higher. The bounty hunter additionally gains +2 AP. We've got them. At the start of the bounty hunter's turn, they gain for each ally who is adjacent to prey, retaliate. Whenever a prey deals damage to the bounty hunter's ally, the bounty hunter gains damage against that prey for 2 rounds stacks. Pierce and Ruin. Each enemy affected by piercing shot has their armor reduced by ballistic skill bonus until the end of the combat stacks. That's what we want. Awareness. Beginning of every combat, the psychers allies gain a hit chance. The first player can use this effect. Or maybe just increasing her we can't. Pick your distance. Assassin has no more than 1 adjacent enemy. Any enemy that moves into adjacent to assassin must pass agility test with penalty of all prone if possible and become immobilized until the start of the enemy's turn. Each successful dash grants the assassin damage for the next successful attack. Wow! And each successful damage dodge. But she is not like that. Imminent demise. Causing this direct damage to an enemy, the enemy suffers possible vulnerable effect. Subtle. The psyker can use a damaging psychic power by being threatened by enemies in melee range without provoking attacks of opportunity. Non-damage increase power do not provoke attack even without this talent. Let's do that. Demolition. Ready to serve. When an empowered character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an ally with such an ability, their resolve is increased. Fellowship bonus for 1 round. Doing my part, the current party has the same archetype as this character. The first use of any abilities from this archetype costs 1 AP less. She's the only soldier. Armmaster. Any enemy with a melee attack makes the Archmatan range attack. Blood Haze. As long as the Archmatan has killed at least 1 enemy with a melee attack. Broad expertise. When entering combat, the Archmutant gains 2 times ballistic bonus weapon skill and ballistic skill until the end of the combat. Ingenious. Enemies that were forced to make a resistance test by Archmutant will critical versatility. The Archmutant gains 3% bonus to critical damage for every stack of verse. This bonus is capped when the Archmutant. That's what we want. Logic. Exposing Communion. Pascal's attacks and effects of the specific ability gain bonuses against enemies under the effects of the Machine Spirit Communion, though those enemies have 2 more stacks of exploits. Machine Spirit Communion applies 1 stack of exploit to all affected enemies. protection protocols, possible gains, dodge reduction, and parry reduction with melee weapons. Under the effects of machine speed, his melee attacks deal additional damage. An additional service to connect to the attack speed system increases the perception by 10. Medical Mechatron Ride. The attack priest can use their Mechatron Ride to restore the wounds of an ally once per combat. High head concentration. Let's do the Lord Xenos, because we might find Xeno traps in this place. The effect applied by that whisper deals an additional plus 10 damage. Imminent demise. Whenever assassin deals direct damage to an enemy, the enemy last damage by the assassin suffers the witness effect. If a witness does not have the assassin in the line of sight at the end of the assassin's turn, that witness suffers maximum base on the assassin's current weapon. Whenever the assassin attacks an enemy, the assassin gains the dodge reduction. This little bonus cannot be less than 0. Lone Killer. While the assassin has no allies in a 5-star radius around them, they gain +% dodge and +% dodge reduction. Assassin gains against enemies that have any of the following effects. The assassin is elusive at the start of their turn. The game. Okay. The assassin attacks an enemy that is at full wound. The assassin gains against that enemy until the end of the assassin's turn. Keep your distance. Whenever the assassin has no more than one adjacent enemy, each rifle opening on the same target reduces the target's budget. Okay. Choose that one. Let's go with Persuasion. Hidden advantage. All the Master Tactical's abilities works as if the Master Tactical has Fellowship bonus more stack of tactical advantage. Don't really use that. Dawn of Victory. Every guitar hit scored by the Master Tactical grants the momentum equal. Stacking the deck. Another Master Tactical spends tactical advantage stacks on abilities. The critical damage dealt by the Master Tactical increased by 1% for every stack spent until the end of the turn. When a Master Tactical or a Master ally uses any consumable item or reloads a weapon, the Master Tactical grants 2 stacks of tactical advantage. Against all, the Master Tactical begins combat with additional stack of tactical advantage equal to the number of enemies. Let's do that. But we don't really use the tactical advantage stuff. Now let's get into the door and see what's on the other side.
Rise to the top, or get
People go on and on about Xenos this and Xenos that. But I look at you, Iliad, and I think you look like a human, albeit a dangerously skinny one.
A degrading comparison, monkey. You are the call of Cylon Thresh in a corporeal shell. You could tear the veil apart at any moment. We are as alike as a snowy mountain peak and dirt on the sole of a shoe.
And the sad thing that Idira tried to be nice to her.
keep
Let
your
us see
wits
what I
about you.
found.
Okay.
Speak, Elantak.
Go and disarm the trap.
You will pay an even greater price. Did you
I'm
hope to
restless.
see an Azuriani fail?
The pain will
Damn it.
subside.
Your technology is limited, but I am grateful.
Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
You have offered me another chance.
The pain will subside.
Your technology is limited, but I am grateful.
And this means we triggered an alarm. These figure bodies hang all over this old maintenance bay like worthless slabs of meat from which the owner could find no better use. Is this the haemonculus lab?
Hey, what's that?
I always have a backup plan.
My success was inevitable.
Is there money to be made?
Tank was shattered from the inside by an unthinkable force. I am afraid we will see that unthinkable force soon.
I always keep my options open.
The bitter victim's face is forever twisted on a silent screen. Oh, this is the loading screen.
Stop! There!
I sense something nearby.
A ghost.
Let us not dawdle.
No!
Watch your steps.
Are you mad?
State your intention. Morak.
By the way,
You interrupted my thoughts. I have learned much in my exile.
you can't check that out.
Oh, too hard for a simple monkey.
I just realized that these are filled with blood and there's a person in it. That's definitely the haemonculus laboratory. And we have a farseer here. And that drained farseer will heal Idira. Let's find out. You see, controlled agony rock Eldar, or more accurately, something that resembles one. Dozens of scars and sutures covered its face. The sight of its misaligned joints moving under its skin makes your stomach turn, and its singular eye looks devoid of sanity. And yet, as you examine the creature's tattered clothes, you can still recognize, albeit with some difficulty, the ceremonial raiment of a farseer. At last, my deliverance. Monkey, the disgrace, the humiliation of falling at the hand of a lesser creature. Enough, the anticipation of this moment is all that has allowed me to retain a vestige of reason. End me now. Idira takes a quivering breath. Who are you? I do not recognize you, but your vestments. A child of our dead home? I do not remember you, but it glances me on the cusp of death to behold a spark of the Asuriani. Who are you? A hallowed shell forced into servitude. Every thread of my being calls out to me, urging me to claim your lives, only stopped by the fading remains of my former self. Quickly, I demand that you give my death to me and break the shackles of this nightmare. The farseer's fingers reach for his temples, and now you notice the sinister-looking device on his head. Translucent threads coil in the strange, sickening patterns around the Eldar's temples, sinking into the skin of his face, neck, and crevices. In the dim, cold light of the laboratory, the device resembles glistering Corion worms that are mercilessly blinking the Xenos mind dry. Idira gives you a puzzled glance. I think that's what we are here for. I can barely see the Xenos over in the warp. Must be the work of that thing on his head. I shall grant you a swift death. Let it be so. The farseer rises from his knees in a jerky motion like a broken marionette and takes a step toward you with glassy eyes. His frail fingers move as if tugged by invisible strings, and the mutilated bodies of the twisted creature in the tanks start convulsing synchronously. In frightening illusion, their unblinking eyes shift to you. Okay, so this is not that easy.
I will wipe your disgusting presence out of existence.
We are called to battle.
You don't frighten me!
Of course they are sleeping with weapons.
Your path ends here.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
Alright, not everybody is ineffectual. There's a successful and there are ineffectuals. Okay.
Anything else? On it.
At least you hit something.
But of course.
I've faced worse than this.
Help me, Lord Captain!
You will pay dearly for your actions. No enemy will thwart my purpose.
No! These gloomy flashes are choking me!
Just designate a target.
Oh, I will. Don't worry about that. Let's start
If it
with
serves
the
your
attack.
cause.
A pitiful attempt.
This tedium is beneath me.
Opening the
If it serves your cause.
did this wrong.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
And you missed, Iriel!
Pain guides my hand.
Okay.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I'll see to it that
Heal my wounds.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Oh, we should have done that. There will be too many attacks. Oh, we have 55.
If I may,
how many of these guys are here?
Will endure.
Dash.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. You, my Emperor!
Pitiful attempt.
Doubt is for the weak.
Run and gun. I just can't. Don't dare risk it.
I will pay dearly for your actions.
What just happened?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
What?
Pitiful attempt.
Okay, now I'm a bit upset of the game that he throws. Okay, we have to kill the Farseer effectively. We cannot do anything else.
taking calculated risk is in my second nature. I'll make it happen. Who if not me? I'll see to it personally.
Running by Nerika, right? Machine spirit. Request approved.
You will pay dearly for your actions.
The underside knows. Comprehend full.
I'll return this favor tenfold. Your path, and you will pay dearly for your actions.
Was that you?
For me.
Oh, because the rear is... We have to try.
Will do. On it.
Isha, heal my wounds. You will pay dearly for your actions. Guides my hand.
Breathing navigator.
Okay. There's a farce here. Can hit him. Let's put
If it serves your cause.
the thingy on him.
This tedium is beneath me. Their weakness is hidden from my sight.
A pitiful attempt.
If it serves your cause.
Your path ends here.
Weak yet iron knows no pain.
No enemy will thwart my purpose.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands.
Pay dearly for your actions.
Let's use this.
I'll do it.
And that this didn't grant us a last thingy.
This is unacceptable. Doubt is for the weak.
Guides my hand.
On it.
Damn, but I have to shoot at him.
You cannot change this path.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
Yeah, it's good that they are hitting each other.
Heal my wounds.
But of course.
Why? Oh, because that is next to her. Let's move down there.
Cover me!
Your path ends here.
That would be a very, very nice shot, but she might not hit him. Well, that won't do well for the wheel. But we have to.
We'll do it.
And she's not a grenadier, unfortunately. And she can still have a shot. How about? That's almost dead.
Anything else? Fucking unfortunate.
You will pay dearly for your actions.
Oh, every time we kill someone,
The body. I will run.
Pitiful attempt.
whoa,
It was about.
okay. Now you have to shoot at two. Is there a way you can line up a shot? Yep. Let's move there.
Heal my wounds.
Damn it. We should have started with that.
If it serves your cause, another soul slips beyond the veil. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Well, okay, if they are shooting each other, then we'll have a chance.
Guides my hand. You're dead.
Oh, because that also triggers an attack.
You will pay dearly for your actions.
On it. What is this foreboding? We'll do it.
only 3 left. Let's put an opening on him. Let's... Where are the others? There's one down there. One is here. And one is there. Okay. And we should move this way.
Swift and silent. This tedium is beneath me.
Hit him.
I deal death with my
I go
hands.
into the darkness.
If it serves your cause.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
But of course. Be calm.
I will join the ancestors.
No can do. I'm not so sure.
Ancestors, guide me.
Okay.
I understand.
Start with that.
I go into the darkness.
Idira carefully pulls the threads of the sea stiffer out of the farce's breathless body. The strange device glimmers ominously in her hands, and it's difficult to tell in the dim light if the threads are moving on their own or it's because her whole body is trembling. Terrified and confused, Idira looks at the device, then at you, then at the dead Eldar. That's Xenos. Kraken, did you see his eyes right before he attacked us? It was like there was no light left in them. And it is all because of this thing. I don't want to die, but I don't want to live like that either. If it means I stop being myself, then what's the point? Idira is awarely observing Idira from under her lowered lids. You do not have to resort to a solution like this. There are other ways. My kind have other technology. The device is not designed purely to scourge the soul. Oh yeah, Red, I'm sure they do. And as soon as I visit your nearest and dearest, I'm sure they welcome me with open arms and spoil me with gifts. Look, Iriad, if you are not on great terms with them, then what chance does a monkey witch have? The decision is yours alone, Idira. My decision? Idira bites her lip and looks down at the Xeno artifact in her hands. Her expression betrays an intense struggle, the burden of a terrible choice. A few moments pass before she raises her head and nods. Yes, you're right. This crap isn't worth it. Time to accept the inevitable. I can entertain these fantasies of a nice long life, all I like, but that's all they ever be fantasies. Pretty tales to tell over a glass of MSX to make real life seem less shitty. The reality of the situation is ugly and merciless. I'm a psyker. My abilities are getting more and more out of control by the day. Which means I go out like any psyker should. It will be ugly and merciless. Best I can hope for is that it will be so friggin' awesome and heroic that you will be telling stories of it to your grandchildren for ages. Ha! Thank you for helping me realize this, Strakan. Idira sniffles and casually drops the sea stiffer on the floor, where it shatters into a million tiny pieces. I'm pretty sure we're done here, Lord Captain. Mind letting me know when you have sometime once we're back on the ship. I want to talk to you about plans for the future in private. Can we go now? I've still got a whole life to get on with. Well, we will do that, but only in the next episode. I hope you like this one. If you do, please like, subscribe and leave down a comment. And I see you in the next one. Bye!